Hey, what's up, guys? This is Sam Malmberg, aka Groovy Bones on Flickr, Facebook, Twitter, whatever else you want. And I'm here to talk about my spaceship today.
And so this is a wonderful, wonderful spaceship, and there are a lot around here, but yours certainly stands out. What exactly are we looking at?
So you're looking at the Iron Mountain. The inspiration for this ship came from me learning about my last name. Malmberg, translated directly from Swedish, literally means Iron Mountain, or
really?
The mountain from which iron ore is extracted. So I learned about that. I was interested in doing September, and then it just kind of came together. I've got to do an industrial powerhouse of a mining ship. So I decided, hey, let's try it out.
And now shipbuilding is a little bit different than lots of other forms of Lego building, because it's something that typically has to kind of sit on a pedestal or sort of be suspended in a way that a town building or castle never has to be. So talk about the sort of structural support systems that you had to sort of engineer to kind of make that ship happen.
Well, for me, building a ship is essentially like build a frame and then decorate. So I built the frame really quickly, like a month before the thing was completed. And I really messed up on it, honestly.
Yeah.
You can see that the ship has a fair amount of sway to it. It's kind of tilted onto the side. And I actually built the base into the frame, which is probably not the best idea.
Badass. And one of the other things that is also important in shipbuilding, I suppose you could say, is that since it's a vehicle, color blocking and sort of color usage is very important. And I'm getting a little bit of a sand purple glimpse there. I see some sand purple parts. So talk about the coloration, your use of such rare colors as sand purple.
So the sand purple is the only real part that Mars Mission 2000 stuff came in. And I just came across the pump in my collection, and I figured, hey, I've got to use this somewhere. So threw it in the back, and I guess it works out.
It looks like some kind of a afterburner or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's just supposed to be, or a storage center for like the ore that gets harvested, right?
Sure, sure. And so maybe run through the design and give us some highlights of like what's going on sort of conceptually in your head as you're creating. If you'd like to start at the front, I guess?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the front, you got that big nose cannon there. I figure if you're an asteroid miner, you know, come across a large asteroid, you want to shoot it into smaller, more bite-sized parts.
Totally.
And then you got those hands coming out the front to grab asteroids out and bring them into the belly and chew them up. Moving on past that, my favorite detail of the ship is actually the little red ID on the side there. And keeping with the family theme, that is actually my grandfather's cattle brand of the reverse E anchor bar.
Very nice, very nice.
And then, you know, past that, you got some technological greebles around that big power drill to extract the ore. And then after that, it just gets crazy.
And then there's just all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, because then it's like, all right, this is an older ship. It's since been taken over by pirates. They've added guns. They've added other storage compartments and hangar bays and whatever else. And
very nice, very nice. Now, transporting a ship is never easy, especially if it gets to be such a large size. So how did you get this to the convention?
Well, I drove it down here. It's a 15-hour drive from Edmonton. I took off all of the panels from the exterior of the frame and boxed them up separately. So I essentially was taking just a frame and a couple of plastic boxes of panels and things to put on it.
And it made it here safely?
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly.
I had a couple structural breaks during the car ride that I fixed in the hotel beforehand, so... But, you know, mostly it was all right.
Totally, totally. Now, I know September can be sort of a part suck because you're building something so big, it just sort of sucks all of your pieces, all of the, you know, bricks you have around into one creation. So going forward, do you plan to sort of hold on to this for a few more months, maybe a year, or you kind of just want to sort of smash it and get rid of it?
Right now, I'm really a big fan of it, so I'm going to hold on to it until I get sick of it, but... There might be a time where I'm building and it's like, oh, I need a part that I know is in that. So
totally, I understand the pain. So thank you so much for sharing it with us. A wonderful creation, a beautiful, beautiful build.
Thanks so much, guys.